Hear me out. I've been on here the past couple of months pledging my allegiance to mind games. But we got to be honest here and mention a major flaw, specifically with their fragrance Double Attack. What's that flaw? Come back and we'll discuss it. But you got to come back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, Smell Good with Jenna. I'm, of course, Jenna. Thank you so much for stopping by. You know what you got to do? Like, comment, follow, and subscribe. And let's get right into it. Don't look at my nails. But yeah, you heard the intro. I love mind games. We know this. I want damn near every fragrance from the house. But the major glaring issue when it comes to this house is the longevity. And that's the case with Double Attack. Now, this was a fragrance that was on my radar once I became engulfed with the brand, but it was on my radar and I wanted to see if this was going to be my new winter staple. I mentioned this in quite a few other videos about it was down to Double Attack, French Defense, and then from Initio, Narcotic Delight, and Absolute Aphrodisiac. And I wound up getting all of them like I keep mentioning. But Double Attack wound up getting the boot because it didn't stand out to me. Although I really was on a hunt for a chocolate fragrance. I don't own too many chocolate fragrances in my collection. And I wanted it to be Double Attack, but it didn't really stand out. However, it did stay in my mind. Not that I hated it or anything like that, but it didn't give me that oomph. So I didn't think that was going to add that to my collection. And that was that. We parted ways. But then as always, in all my videos, I tell you, if you can get a fragrance for a good price, get it for a good price and try to avoid paying for retail. Good price and obviously somewhere that's reputable. I had a gift card. I won a contest from Max Aroma and they gave me a $50 gift card. So I was like, okay, the wheels were turning. What could I use that on? And you had to use it on a fragrance or purchases over $250. I believe that was the sale. So I realized that I wanted to purchase Double Attack. I knew if I could get it for a good price, I still would want to get Double Attack. And that was the case. Not only was I able to get this $50 off, but they had a really good sale. I think it was like 15-20% off. And if you know, with mind games, the bottles retail for $375. So you do the math. I can't do math. But 15% off, 20% off, plus a $50 gift card and tax, it left me at $280, which is a great price because that's what I typically have been purchasing my mind game fragrances for, about $279 or so. So I decided to use that gift card and take advantage of the sale. And lo and behold, we have Double Attack. So you know what you're going to get with mind games. Their bottle, the packaging, it's gorgeous. The chest piece bottle, it retails for $375 for a 3.4 ounce. Double Attack is actually part of their artisan collection. And I've read up, like I mentioned in my previous mind games fragrance review video of Sissa, that the Soulmate collection is more of the crowd-pleasing fragrances, and then the Artisan collection is for the more niche smelling fragrances. I don't necessarily think this is niche leaning, but I can see the makeup of the notes could be considered niche, but I don't think the scent is actually where it wouldn't be crowd-pleasing. So speaking of the notes, we get into that. The top, we have orange bitters, pimento oil, and pink pepper. And then in the middle notes, we have agave flower, cinnamon Madagascar, and geranium. And in the base, we have dark chocolate, vanilla Madagascar, bourbon, and Indian sandalwood. So you get a whole bunch of different notes in here. What really stands out to me is the chocolate. You get a little bit of the citrusness when it comes to the orange bitters, and there's a creaminess when it comes to the fragrance, so I'm assuming that's the sandalwood. But it's a gorgeous fragrance. It's not groundbreaking in the slightest bit, but I think it's really, really good. Like I kept mentioning with coffee scents, I was very intrigued by adding that to my collection. The same thing is with chocolate. I don't think we get chocolate fragrances too often, and I wanted to add more. This gives me, I wouldn't say it gives me milk chocolate vibes. I think it just gives me a word I keep using for a lot of fragrances lately, but cozy. It just reminds me of drinking hot chocolate, maybe something spiced hot chocolate, and it's cold out, and just something that's extremely soothing to the soul. I thought it was a perfect scent to wear for the holiday season, and it's completely unisex where man and woman would enjoy this. I think men would really enjoy this because I get my impression when it comes to men, you guys don't really like sweet cloying things. I mentioned this time and time again with my fragrance reviews, but I just get the impression a lot of guys don't like things that are too sweet, but would like to have sweet fragrances. This is right up that alley where, all right, we're dabbling with the sweetness, but it's dialed back and the layers are peeled back tremendously. With the longevity, I'm gonna be honest, I had to spray multiple times throughout the day. Multiple times. I don't think it projects at all. I don't think there's a sillage. So that's my disappointment. As much as I love mind games, there's an issue with the longevity. And then for the price being $375, I need a little bit more. Shoot, there's some bottles where it says Extrait on it. And I'm like, what are we talking about? This one doesn't say Extrait on it. But yeah, it's nothing is Extrait about a lot of these fragrances from Mind Games. Really, really good scents, but the longevity is lacking. The projection, all that lacking. Love it. Love the scent. I think it's extremely cozy and comforting for the cold weather, but longevity, it's not there. Now, like I always do at the end of my videos, I always give a layering combo. Double Attack is definitely a fragrance that needs something to amp up the notes. I get it. Not all fragrances needs to be loud and beastly. And I don't even think this fragrance is supposed to be necessarily loud. I keep saying a lot of these fragrances are comforting and intimate. So I get it's not supposed to be smelled across the globe. I understand that. But again, for $375, I still need a little something when it comes to my fragrances. So with that said, my layering combo, I went with, from Bath & Body Works, Vanilla Bean Noel. This is a vanilla body wash. I don't have a chocolate body wash, but this does have that vanilla Madagascar in it, so thought that was a good pairing. And then we have a new brand that I recently got into from Canvas Beauty, their body glaze hot cocoa. This body butter is, or body glaze rather, is just the texture feels crazy good on my skin, and it's moisturizing, so I had to include that. This needed a body oil, definitely. This is actually, the scent in here is very potent, so I love that. Like I said, this definitely needed a body oil to amp up that and get that smell out there. Shout out to Ancient Cosmetics. They actually sent me, so it was my first PR, sent me some body oils, and one of them was Cozy Hot Chocolate. This actually smells like authentic chocolate, so it's nothing too sweet or gourmand. It just literally smells like chocolate. So I used this after I used the body glaze from Canvas Beauty, but then I also, because, you know, who says you can't use more than one body oil? I used Canvas Beauty's body oil as well, their hot cocoa, just because this one I find is stronger than Ancient's Cosmetics. I gotta be honest, Ancient's Cosmetics, they're cute body oils, but they're not necessarily potent smelling. So I needed something to just, I need more chocolate. So I added that, and then I literally had to douse myself in Double Attack to get that chocolate vibe going. It didn't last too long, but it helped linger a little bit longer. So that's the case with this fragrance. I do want to layer with a couple of other things. I wound up adding a few other chocolate fragrances to my collection. I do have, like, from Latafa Nebraska, that's like a chocolate vanilla berry cupcake type of scent, so I can see that layering that. I do have, what is it, Choco Musk, that I can probably add into a layering combo to get that chocolate, that pronounced chocolate scent. But this is, like I said, this is a fragrance we got to work with to get that projecting and get it out there. Now, would I recommend Mind Games Double Attack? It's a gorgeous scent. Like I said, it's intimate, it's cozy, perfect for cold weather. I wouldn't recommend it just because, like I mentioned it in my layering combo, I had to do all these different things to amp up the chocolate note in here. I just don't think a fragrance should be, all that should have to be done to a fragrance to get the most out of it. The projection and longevity, like I mentioned to you, is not there. At most, I got, 3 hours, and I'm being generous when it came to this fragrance. I literally had to re-up all day and constantly spray all day. So I as much as I love Mind Games, I gotta be honest, I can't recommend a fragrance you have to do all of that for, especially for $375. Love you, Mind Games, but we gotta do a little bit better when it comes to longevity. But that is my video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about Mind Games, and if you have Double Attack, is it worth it? Do you want to try it? Let me know. Like, comment, follow, and subscribe. And always remember, the best compliment one can get is that you smell so good.